Latin. It's kind of ironic that they always say Latin's a dead language, and um, and it's still offered in school in some schools, not quite as often or common as was in my mother's generation. And my mother's 81. Um, when my mother, who was raised Catholic, was growing up, the mass was still given in Latin at church, if you can fathom that. And it's a really good language to take, especially if you're going to go to law school or medical school, because there's so many terms in both of those professions that come from Latin, Greek as well, but particularly in Latin. It is everywhere. If you think about it, you will realize it. You'll start to notice it. So normally I have a student will do this for me, but take out a dollar bill or a quarter or something that you have, and it says right on here, "E pluribus unus," right here. Okay, united we stand on the dollar bill. Um, there's a couple other Latin phrases on here too. On the back of the bill, you can see. If you look at a quarter stuff, they all have Latin on there. Okay. Um, but if you ever wondered what "E pluribus unus" was, that's what it is. It's Latin. So many terms, so many terms. Now, English is kind of unusual because we are not a Romance language. We have some Germanic roots and some Gaelic roots and some Nordic roots all kind of thrown in. So we are really just a hodgepodge crazy language, but there is definitely Latin sprinkled throughout our language. Now, again, as they conquered people, Latin became the common language of the Roman Empire. Okay, so people were identified as being Roman, even if you were, German or Turkish. You became Roman, even in the land of Jesus, Jerusalem. If you guys know your Bible stories or know your history of the area, Jesus was born in Jerusalem, um, or lived in Jerusalem, excuse me, in the time of the Romans, right? They ruled over that area of the world during this time, and people spoke Latin. In not everybody, I mean, Jesus actually spoke Aramaic, but um, when Constantine, which is in a future uh, conversation, becomes when Christianity becomes the official language or religion of the Roman Empire, Latin becomes the official language of the Roman Catholic Church. As I said, up until the 1950s is when my mom was your age. Um, she went to church and they gave the Mass in Latin. It's used in law terms, science, mathematics. It changed the languages to some Europeans. Okay, that's why some people that speak Spanish can easily understand Italian. There's a lot of overlap there. So that's the Romance language, as I talked to you earlier, but it doesn't mean romance as in love. It means romance as in Rome. English contains many Latin-based words, and then our alphabet and script became more widespread than any other language, and our English alphabet is based off that.